Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Up Chicago, if you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips.
Hot dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's hot dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield.
Our everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
This is your home for sports. Red left. SportsTownChicago.com.
Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. We are here with a brilliant Game 3 performance of the day between the Schaumburg Saxons and the Lincoln Way Central Knights. A good performance. Two teams that kind of looked flat yesterday. Hopefully trying to turn it around here. Scott Kiefer on the call with Daniel Coletta to my side. Daniel, what are some keys to the games we can see for both teams?
Well, look around at both these teams. They have a lot in common, but for the Saxons of Schaumburg, I'm looking for a couple guys to step up. Javante McCoy, the 5'11 guard, definitely distributing out there. But Zion Young, a transfer from Fenwick, a physical force in the paint, and the 6'7" postman and Tyler March and Clark Easley to be shot blockers and rim protectors on the Schaumburg side. As for other things, when you look at other teams on the side of it, Lincoln Way Central, they have a lot of things going in their favor, but Ben McLaughlin, kind of quiet yesterday, and obviously they got a huge blowout loss on their end, but Lincoln Way Central does look to get back into things. DePaul Prep blew their doors off, so look for them to get involved with Ben McLaughlin getting the ball, and just overall, Coach Evan Wiley to get something cooking for his team.
Definitely one thing we saw in the DePaul Prep and Lincoln Way Central game was Ben McLaughlin was basically taken out of the equation in that game. Hope to see him really take over in this game as we get to tip off here with the Knights winning it and starting with possession. As here we go, we got our underway in Game 3 of the day at the 2023 Hinsdale Central with Kevin Barrett passing it off to Ben McLaughlin, who passes it around to Brendan Meyer. Back to McLaughlin on the wing. McLaughlin throwing it around to Lucas Anderson, getting the start today. Back off, passing around the top of the key, trying to find someone in a turnover as it falls into the hands of Zion Young. Look to hear that name. We've called him a lot over yesterday's game as they lost to Hinsdale Central. The Saxons with the ball at the top. We got Jordan Tunis, another marquee player for them, looking to make an appearance today. Throwing it to the corner. Big shot in the corner for three. Missing it is Tancredi.
But a good look overall. Look for those extra passes to be crucial in what Schaumburg is looking to operate their offense out of.
The Knights looking to get it down low, passing back out to the top. They swing it around to the wing. Big shot for the start, and just airballing it is Central. Now throwing it around McLaughlin, looking to make a big three. And just runs it off the backside, and then here come the Saxons the other way, running with a little bit of tempo. Coming inside, drawing the foul is number 5, Javante McCoy, another big-name player for them.
And as I said pregame, you look at what they're trying to incorporate. McCoy is a physical force at attacking the rim, and look for him to attack Lincoln Way Central. They do have some of the size down low, but again, Schaumburg, these guard play is going to be big for them in order to get points on the board early in this ballgame.
Absolutely. This is the first one. And now looking to make the second free throw, still no score in the game. And the first bucket being made.
See how Lincoln Way Central wants to attack this here early. Obviously, they're forced with a lot.
Running a little bit of half-court defense. Now spraying it out, kicking it to the corner. Big three, and cannot make it. That is number 4, McLaughlin. Now swinging around the Saxons, going the other way. Picking it up at the top is Jordan Tunis. Tunis to Javante McCoy. McCoy had a very good performance yesterday. Swinging out down low, trying to find Zion Young, but knocked out by number 33 of Lincoln Way Central. That is Luke Tingley.
And overall, aggressive on both sides. Even with Lincoln Way Central, their defense has played pretty good up into the grill of their defender and not really allowing easy shots.
Getting away from Tunis, guarded closely by McLaughlin. Coming in on our side. Tunis driving in, looking to dish, but loses the ball. And the Knights will take it the other way. Looking to start up something here. Braden Meyer tosses it around. Back to McLaughlin at the top. Back down low, backing his man in. And unable to make the shot is Lucas Anderson. Saw a little bit of him yesterday off the bench. Now here's Javante McCoy. McCoy driving in, dishing it back out to Tancredi. Tancredi, a big three. Is able to get that one to drop.
And just like that, the extra ball movement for Schaumburg has been perfect to watch, and that's what's leading to good looks. And right there, you saw Tancredi knock down a nice 3-ball.
Good looks early in this game. And the 10-second violation, the Knights unable to get it over. A very slow start for the Knights early in this game.
And the Knights had a good game plan to start early on, but now it's just looking like they're trying to rush things, but they took it too slow on that possession, and it's going to end up costing them here. That's what happened kind of in that DePaul game. They kind of let things get away a little too early. They don't want that to happen today.
Absolutely. Now the Saxons coming the other way, tossing it into the corner to Jordan Tunis. Tunis trying to shake McLaughlin. McLaughlin talks it to McCoy. And Tunis tosses it to McCoy, who takes it up at the top of the key to restart possession. Saxons looking to get a good possession here. Throwing to Zion Young down low, and another great defensive effort from the Knights, not letting Zion Young get the ball down low. Now kicking it out to Lucas Anderson. Anderson driving in, kicking out. Can they find McLaughlin in the corner? He's got it. Ben McLaughlin, a huge three in the corner.
And as you said yesterday, kind of had a slow start, and Kevin Barrett with the assist there. Look for him to get something going, try to help his teammates out. He was a main distributor yesterday.
Tunis tosses it inside, and a big move by the big man. That is Tyler March getting in there and making a huge play down low.
We said keep a lookout for him, and Clark Easley are two guys who could get into the paint.
And speaking of getting into the paint, there is a big one by number 33, Luke Tingley. Huge turnover by the Knights on the next Saxon possession. Toss it off to Barrett. Barrett looking to find McLaughlin in the corner. McLaughlin working on Tancredi. He finds his open man. Battle for it. McLaughlin takes care of it. McLaughlin working around from the elbow. Gets a shot, and it just rattles out. Rebound by the big man, Zion Young. Good look there from McLaughlin at the elbow. A decent shot, just rimmed out. So here's Jordan Tunis driving in, able to get a shot off. Cannot get it to go. It bounces around. Rebound by the big man, Lucas Anderson. Anderson taking across the court. Now tossing it across to Kevin Barrett. Or to Braden Meyer. Meyer down low. Tossing it to Kevin Barrett. Back to Meyer. Driving in from the wing, kicks it back out, big shot, got it to go. That's Lucas Anderson with a huge corner three.
And just like that, that extra passing has been perfect for Lincoln Way Central early on, and that's what they're going to need as they have an 8-6 lead early in this one.
8-6 lead, and they started out very slow. They were not able to capitalize in their first couple of possessions. What for you turned it around really quickly?
Well, overall, getting back has been perfect. And the Knights so far, early on, we saw Schaumburg driving in the paint. They weren't really able to stop that. But getting back in transition has been key here for Lincoln Way Central. And can they keep that momentum up on the offensive end? It's the extra passes leading to some really nice quality shots on the three-point line and even driving inside is what Lincoln Way Central has done so well.
As for Schaumburg, would you like to see them maybe dip into their bench a little bit? You know, there's Aiden Patterson, who we saw a lot of yesterday. James Sjogren was a real big part to jumpstart their offense yesterday. Would you like to see them maybe dip into their bench a little bit?
I would like to see that happen, but at the same time, you do have the size advantage with your 6'7" man in Tyler March. See if you could get him involved, number 33, as Schaumburg has possession here.
Jordan Tunis getting trapped up, and a good defensive possession from the Knights, but they're going to call a foul on Luke Tingley.
That's the one thing. You take a look at him, they try to get him the ball, and just unfortunately, that caught a break there with that foul, but just look for him to get involved early and often here in possessions like this.
Absolutely. Tyler Marsh had a brilliant performance yesterday down low. Once the Saxons were able to get the offense going, he was a big part of it. As we got a little scramble going, it looks like it's going to be a jump ball, and it will remain possession for the Saxons. And that was Tancredi getting a little tied up there with the Knights defender. Javante McCoy on our near side, on our vantage point, will throw the ball in just in front of the Knights bench. Throwing it around, they throw it to Tyler Marsh. Gives it right back to McCoy. McCoy quickly double-teamed. They find Marsh, finding Zion Young down low. Can he put it up? He does. Misses. Rebound. McCoy driving in. It just bounces out. Big rebound by Zion Young, reaching over the Knights defenders.
Second chance opportunities are so crucial, and Lincoln Way Central doesn't have the size much for it, but they can be able to get those rebounds. Just couldn't get it there. It's Zion Young, with how big his frame is, was able to get that one to go.
Big shot here from the Knights. A huge three from Kevin Barrett to put the lead back in their favor. It's 11-8 in favor of the Knights.
And just like that, Kevin Barrett, big facilitator yesterday, a good shot maker, able to knock that one down.
Here's Jordan Tunis with it. Jordan Tunis saw a lot of him yesterday. Now tossing it out to Tancredi. Tancredi looking to throw back to Tunis. Tunis tosses to McCoy. McCoy working his way at the top of the paint. Dip passes down low to Tyler Marsh, who's able to finish the big man down low, getting a nice feed from McCoy and finishing up top.
And even with Logan Bechtold on the floor, number 12 for the Lincoln Way Central Knights, it's going to be a problem stopping inside for Schaumburg as that one was up.
Nice reverse attempt from Lucas Anderson. Couldn't go in. So Saxons take it the other way. Jordan Tunis tossing it outside to Tancredi. Tancredi into Zion Young, the big man down low, trying to use his size to get inside, but just can't get it to go. Now the Knights with a fast break down the other way. Ben McLaughlin getting a nice little look here, takes a shot, ends up getting knocked away, out of bounds, and both the Knights will retain possession. 3 substitutes coming in for the Knights. Anderson, Tingley, and Ben McLaughlin coming out right now for them. Looks like Will Gerke will make his first appearance into the game. A good shooter and a good rebounder off the bench for the Knights.
He definitely is. And Cagnolati provides a little bit of size as well. Number 21 for Lincoln Way Central. Look for him to get involved as well with this Knights offense.
Here we go. The Knights offense starting back up. Kevin Barrett tosses it to Will Gerke. Gerke back to Barrett. Barrett driving in, looking to dish down low. And a huge make by Bechtold. He just said he came into the game 6'4" advantage, height, getting back into the game for the Knights.
And you're going to have Bechtold basically for a better part of this day on Tyler March. Let's see how they can match up well inside.
Saxons struggle a little bit to get over. Ben Tunis finding his man in the corner. Back to McCoy. McCoy now taking it at the top of the key. He tosses it to James Sjogren, who was the start of their offense. Now to Zion Young. Back to Sjogren. Sjogren shakes the man. Back to Zion Young. He's going to drive in, and he's going to take. And they're going to call a blocking foul with that one.
It was an interesting call for sure. It looked like as he went to the floor, so blocking foul was going to be called.
Interesting call. It looked like Zion Young trying to get past. Kind of looks like he may have dipped into him a little bit, but they ended up calling it on the Knights defender. Saxons throwing it into Tyler Marsh, using his height advantage, giving it to Zion Young, and instantly triple team. Almost loses the ball. They hit it to Sjogren. They hit it to Marsh, but he loses the ball. Now the Knights going the other way. They toss it down, and the Knights will keep possession. Cagnolati coming into the game, trying to get a look there, but just loses the ball.
But overall, getting back in transition for both teams. We saw that Lincoln Way Central was trying to swarm down low, and then Schaumburg getting back in transition, not allowing an easy point.
Now tossing it out to the top. Nice drive, cannot get it to go. Kicking it back out to Gerke. Gerke driving through and just throws it over the head of his own player.
Sent it away to the concession stand for that matter. That thing went flying away, just an errant pass. And those turnovers will happen. Just got to cut down in on just a little bit. Let's see what Schaumburg can respond with.
I think the basketball wanted to get some popcorn at the concession stand as the Saxons start going back up, and a foul on the floor. A reach in as they threw the ball into Jordan Tunis going the other way. They will get a throw in. Inbound play. McCoy will throw it in on the far side of our vantage point. You know, what I've seen a lot from them on their throw-ins, they like to throw it to Tyler Marsh. McCoy bounces it off.
And McCoy's kind of been quiet so far. He's got 1 point so far in the game. Look for him to obviously get it going here with 1.6 seconds left in this first quarter, which has been very good so far. But I'd be interested to see how they could get him going as the second quarter is going to start in just a few minutes.
As we said yesterday, you like to see a little bit more from the Saxons after yesterday not having a good chance. As a shot there from Sjogren did not go at the end of the first quarter. The Knights have a 13-10 lead over the Schaumburg Saxons as we head into the second quarter here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those Vaughn brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is your home for sports.
It's the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
And we are back on SportsTownChicago.com as we start the second quarter. Scott Kiefer and Daniel Collette on the call here. The Knights taking over to start. What are some keys that you saw that maybe can turn around the game for the Saxons, and what do you like from the Knights so far?
Well, on the Knights side of things, it's not a blowout, and they're not facing that blowout deficit right now. They're up right now 3 points, and they look good. It's been the passing, but overall, Schaumburg, as they get a steal here, being able to drive inside is going to be crucial for them. And McCoy, we talked about him being an impact player here for this team. Look for him to get involved early.
Foul on Zion Young down low, and it looks like the Knights will be taking over. And what, you'd like to see McCoy get back into the game. We saw him being a good performer for them yesterday. What I would like to see, though, is James Sjogren. We saw him come off the bench at the end of the first quarter, but I'd like to see him more in the game in the second.
And getting your whole team involved is one of the crucial things here as you're in this holiday tournament with everyone who's trying to make a name for themselves. And just take a look here at this jumper.
Will Gerke on the jumper. Doesn't get it. Rims out. Rebound by Zion Young, and the Saxons take it the other way. Jordan Tunis, we've seen a lot of him today.
And they like playing with pace. The one thing Schaumburg has going in their favor is their height, but they also have the ability to play with pace, which is going to be perfect if they want to try to wear on Lincoln Way Central and get to them early.
Seen a lot of screens from Zion Young there with the one with James Sjogren. Now the ball to McCoy. McCoy trying to take it down the baseline. He kicks it out to the corner to James Sjogren. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for McCoy. Blocked.
And look
by
at
the Knights
that
defender,
defensive
Corey
presence
Kangalai.
on the glass. You have to be able. No easy shots in this league.
No easy shots in this tournament. Now to the outside. The Knights trying to get a bucket here. Kick it out to Gerke. Gerke fakes it, drives inside, brings it inside, tosses it to the big man. Bachtold, the 6'4" forward, gets a nice score and extends the Knights' lead.
Being able to have that frame is crucial. Lincoln Way Central, we didn't think their size was going to be too crazy, but we didn't think it was going to be a great matchup either with this big Schaumburg team.
Jordan Tunis driving in, getting a nice pass off to his teammate, number 23, Cam Anderson, but Anderson not able to get it, and a foul on the Knights.
And being aggressive. We talked about it before. Schaumburg getting in the paint, that's going to be crucial for them. We know that they have the height advantage with Zion Young and a couple of these guys who are shooting very well, but just getting inside, making that extra dish, and a chance for a couple free throws, missing that one.
Now number 23, that is Cam Anderson, to the line, misses the first one as a plethora of substitutions. McCoy coming out of the game for Schaumburg, and 3 substitutions for the Knights. We could see a little bit of rotation for both teams as Anderson makes the second free throw.
See how Lincoln Way Central wants to operate here. We know their offense has flowed pretty well through a couple of their players. With McLaughlin not on the floor, actually, excuse me, he is. Kevin Barrett was a big distributor yesterday in their game, even in the blowout. See how they could get him going here.
Now McLaughlin taking it back up to the top. He tosses it to Anderson. Anderson kicking it out. He's got a man for a big 3, and he airballs it. That was Braden Meyer on the airball. Now the Saxons going the other way. Tancredi with a nice pass from Jordan Tunis. Able to get a nice layup there for the Saxons. And the Knights going the other way.
Pushing with pace. Again, the Saxons have done it so well, as it looks like they're going to have, in just a few minutes, have their man check in.
Meyer driving in, fighting. Now kicking it back out. And finding himself on the wing. Kevin Barrett, Sjogren playing some tight defense, almost getting a steal there. Now they kick it to Kevin Barrett. Back to Braden Meyer. Meyer on the wing, guarded by James Sjogren. Sjogren playing tight defense as they bring it around the top of the key. Back to Barrett. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Barrett's got to get a shot off. He does, and he does not hit it. Hits the far side of the rim, and the Saxons will take it the other way. Jordan Tunis stomping, looking for Sjogren. Back to Tunis at the top. Then to Tancredi. Tancredi giving it to the big man. Tossing it around, trying to find a lane inside. And that is a ball thrown out of play by Cam Anderson, trying to find his teammate.
And Anderson just an errant pass. It was a beautiful dish on the inside, trying to get him on the cut, but good defense getting back for Lincoln Way Central, finding the man in the paint and making it hard. Putting your hands up, that's all you have to do in that possession. Did it well there, forcing a turnover. Can Lincoln Way Central capitalize off that turnover?
Sjogren coming out, Zion Young coming out in favor of Tyler March. Look to see him getting involved as Barrett tosses it in to Tingley. Tingley with it. Misses, kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson a three. Rebound by March, missing it on the far side. Tunis with momentum, getting it down for the Saxons. A nice spin move on McLaughlin, but cannot get the finish. The Knights get the rebound, and now them with pace, a 3-on-3. Bachtold with it. Tosses it back to Barrett. Barrett at the top of the key, case to Ben McLaughlin. McLaughlin taking it up the top. Now resets, finds his man in Barrett. Barrett running a quick pick and roll with Tingley, and Tingley is able to get a nice little jumper.
And an excellent facilitator and playmaker that is Kevin Barrett. Finding Tingley, just put that shot up, go high enough, and able to knock it down.
Absolutely. We've seen the Knights play some pretty good offense today and yesterday as well. The Saxons look to respond down 4 with 3:33 remaining. Jordan Tunis working on Ben McLaughlin, and he's able to put it in. That is a matchup we've seen all day today so far.
And Jordan Tunis finding his rhythm, gets to his spot, and the easy pull-ups. You see a lot of these smaller guards that are able to pull up and make those tough contested shots, and you saw it right there with Jordan Tunis.
Kevin Barrett bringing it up the court for the Knights, trying to find McLaughlin. A huge steal from Tancredi. But the ball, he ended up getting the ball on the baseline out of bounds, and the Knights will take over. Tingley to throw it in.
If you were to ask me what I love right now about this game is the aggressiveness on both sides. And you see Lincoln Way Central playing so much more aggressive than they were yesterday. Obviously, that big loss, they're showing it now with the aggressiveness inside.
Anderson driving in with power and is able to get a bucket underneath. There's the aggression that we've seen from the Knights, which is very different from how they played yesterday against DePaul Prep.
And again, I knew the size was a big problem for them yesterday against DePaul Prep, but this team, they have an evenly matched team. It's Tyler March. Looked like he lost it, but they get the ball back.
Trying to get a pass from Cam Anderson. March lost the ball, picked up by Tancredi. A huge steal attempt from Anderson, but he just couldn't get it. And it gets knocked out of play. Saxons will retain possession. But Javante McCoy will come back into the game for Tancredi.
This should be an interesting one with McCoy coming back in.
And Zion Young coming back into the game.
Look for them to get involved.
Anderson.
If you look at McCoy, obviously we talked about McCoy being kind of quiet on the game, but the one thing that will work in his favor is his ability to distribute with his teammates as well.
I think now he's got a favorable matchup as he takes it on the wing. He tosses it back to Tunis. Now back to McCoy. McCoy to Tyler March at the top of the key. Working it around is the Saxons. Jordan Tunis, a deep three from the volleyball line with the shot clock dwindling. He cannot make it, and the Knights are pushing with pace the other way. A nice, easy shot as Jordan Tunis tried to take a charge, but it ended up being made by the Knights. Logan Bachtold, and a timeout for the Saxons as they find themselves down by 6. What do the Saxons have to do to get back in this game?
Well, I certainly didn't expect this, to be honest with you. I really thought that coming into this game, Schaumburg definitely's height advantage would be a problem on the inside. But Lincoln Way Central, again, getting back in transition, making it hard, putting hands up on every shot that they have taken. It's been very hard to see points come for Schaumburg. Now, I'd like for them to get that extra pass like Lincoln Way Central was doing early. Find the open man, create your own shot, and even if it doesn't go down, it's still a good look. But be aggressive on the defensive side of things, and that's how they can get something going against Lincoln Way Central, who, quite frankly, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, with their performance against DePaul Prep yesterday, they came out very flat. And DePaul Prep, they easily took care of them. DePaul Prep is a good team for that reason. But to come out and start with such fire today, and that goes for both teams. Obviously, the Saxons finding themselves down by 6, still with time left in the second. But seeing the Knights come out like this is definitely a vast improvement.
Definitely want to see how they talk this over, because the one thing I'm looking forward to is you have Cagnolati out there who matches up very well with a guy like Jordan Tunis. So he's created some problems overall on the defensive side. But I want to see how Schaumburg can attack with a guy like Tyler March out on the floor.
McCoy has Barrett on him. That's a matchup to look at. As a steal from Anderson, the Knights taking it the other way with momentum. A nice defensive play by McCoy, but the Knights get the ball back and a foul as McLaughlin tried to put up a shot from inside the paint and just couldn't get it. I'm sorry, that was Barrett on the shot.
Active hands. We talked about the active hands. Getting the steal in transition, fast break, and just not giving up on the play. Second chance opportunities is what's hurting Schaumburg right now, and it's going to be a good capitalization for the Knights.
As Barrett makes the first one, I'd like to point out that the Knights bench is a little more thin than some of these other teams that we've seen. Do you think that it's good to see that they're kind of rotating everyone even though they have such a short bench today? As Barrett goes to the line for his second shot. Misses the second one. March tried to get a rebound and will go out of bounds off the Knights, as that was Bechtold trying to get the rebound. Ended up having his foot on the line.
Obviously, it's the first interesting thing that Schaumburg, it's the first school from the Mid-Suburban League to participate in this Holiday Classic tournament, which has been interesting to see. And they've obviously, so far, Lincoln Way Central has had their way, but
dribbled off the foot of the Knights defender McCoy with it. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Saxons will retain possession. McCoy trying to find the ball underneath the Hinsdale Central benches, where in the home side bench.
Got a decent sized crowd here. Not too big, but not too small either for this game.
Two teams somewhat close, so somewhat of a good crowd. Pass to Tunis, stolen away by Kangalati. Kangalati making an instant impact. Now driving in, trying to get one in. He does a nice little floater shot from the middle of the paint. Is able to score and make it a 24-15 game.
And Cagnolati able to get to his spot. Foul line, pulls up with that right hand and just able to put it over the top of the smaller defender. That's what Lincoln Way Central has done so well.
Tunis taking a long-range three. Can't get it to go, and it goes off the top of the backboard. Not a lot of those we've seen today. I think that might be the first one we've seen today. Saw it a couple times yesterday.
But turnovers are hurting Schaumburg right now in a big way, and it's cost them several opportunities to score points and let Lincoln Way Central run away with it.
Definitely some wasted possessions, although their defense is stepping up a lot as they cause a lot of confusion on the backcourt and a huge missed opportunity. They call a foul, and the Lincoln Way Central bench isn't loving it as he had a wide open lane to the basket. And a 10-second violation call on the Knights. They couldn't, the confusion from the Saxon defense, they could not get the ball over the line in time. The Knights thought that they did. That's why the coach was complaining.
Yeah, Lincoln Way Central's coach was really vocal with the referee for just a second. And obviously, that's why I was saying that's why we called the 10-second call here, is Schaumburg gets the ball.
McCoy with it instantly double teamed. We've seen a lot of that today. He dribbles through two defenders, trying to kick it to Marsh. It's a kick ball, and will go the opposite way for the Knights ball.
Looked like it went off his leg there for McCoy. McCoy hasn't really been that impactful so far. Obviously been a little quiet, but still trying to get involved in this game.
Faced a lot of pressure. Some more pressure on the backcourt. So the Knights get it over. Driving in and block shot. It goes the other way. Here's McCoy. One-on-one. Gets a shot off. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound from Jordan Tunis, who puts it right back up and gets it into the net.
Not much of a contester. I know the hands were going up, but Tunis had a little bit more space to just back himself up and put that shot up to put it in.
Kangalati taking it, and a travel on Kangalati. You mentioned that's a good matchup between Tunis and Kangalati, but right there, Kangalati didn't get the best of Tunis, resulted in a travel. He will now exit the game.
And as you said, that's going to be a matchup to look forward to, as obviously Cagnolati takes a seat on the bench. But Ben McLaughlin out there for Lincoln Way Central, he's a good presence to have in the backcourt. See if you could get him involved on the offensive side and with your defensive guys stepping up.
Marsh looking down low to Zion Young, and he gets a nice little basket off the glass. One matchup I do want to look at is the number 5s over here, McCoy and McLaughlin, two players that haven't really been in this game much, but you'd like to see both of them maybe take advantage of each other. And as Will Gerke's back into the game for the Knights, and a push from the Saxon defense will result in a throw-in for the Knights.
And again, every player is not going to have the greatest game, and people are bound to step up at any point in time. But between McLaughlin here, looking for ways to get your team involved, finding the open man, making that extra pass is what's going to be crucial to Lincoln Way Central as they hold on here to a slim lead.
5.5 seconds left remaining. Can they get a shot away? Kevin Barrett finding a pass. Can he get the shot off? He does. but airballing it on the far side. And that will take us to the end of the first half with the Lincoln Way Central Knights taking a 24-19 lead over the Schaumburg Saxons. Come back for the second half here on SportsTownChicago.com at the 2023 Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan. Sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan. Sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan. Sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan. Sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
And we are back on SportsTownChicago.com for the 2023 Hinsdale Holiday Classic. So we are here, Scott Kiefer on the call with Daniel Coletta. The Schaumburg Saxons have come out a little bit flat against the Lincoln Way Centrals, who lead 24-19. What are we looking for in the Saxons in the second half?
I mean, First of all, I didn't see that Lincoln Way Central. The way they've played has been fantastic. Getting back in transition, being able to contest every shot. Schaumburg needs to make the extra pass, kind of like Lincoln Way Central was doing, to get that open man free and try to get that shot up over the smaller defenders. But they've been compromised. Lincoln Way Central has come out strong. They know that they had a poor outing yesterday, and they're looking forward to getting something going here. They just got to keep playing how they've been playing.
One player for each team you'd like to see get a little bit more usage in the second half here.
I'll take Kevin Barrett. I want to see Kevin Barrett get involved more on the offensive side of things for Lincoln Way. Meanwhile, Zion Young, that's the man who I'm looking for.
Zion Young on the Saxons, as he calls, he's his guy to go in the second half. He gets a nice little layup down low. They've been trying to find him a lot today. Able to find him there as Kevin Barrett taking it at half court.
Shot clock had to be reset.
Shot clock was not reset. You can hear a pin drop in here as we wait for the play to resume.
That's the problem with some of these things. It'll get so quiet in here that you don't know what's going on. It's just dead.
Luke Tingley on the far side of where we are. Going to throw the ball in. Looks like it's going to go to Ben McLaughlin. I would like to see him get a little bit more involved. Maybe put some points on the board for Lincoln Way Central. He's only got 3 points on the game, and yesterday he was almost invisible against DePaul Prep.
And again, the problem with him is he's being compromised. Even as a guard, he has an elite shooting skill, but it's been compromised by the ability for defenders to get up in his grill. It hasn't been it's been very tough for him to get a shot off. But overall, the big man play inside, Tingley and Anderson, have been able to get some really easy points inside, as they still are trying to figure out this shot clock problem here. But look for that to be what Lincoln Way Central is going to, is their big man inside again.
Here's Ben McLaughlin on the wing, tossing it to Kevin Barrett. Kevin Barrett taking it at the logo, tossing it back. They pass between each other. Back to Tingley, who battles down low. McLaughlin on the wing takes it around the top, and now sitting at the midcourt logo guarded closely. Back to Barrett, guarded by McCoy, finding a man down low, and a foul drawn that was back-told down low. Drawing a foul on a shot.
Beautiful setup. McLaughlin being able to find the open teammate. And as I said, the big man play back told is going to get involved as well. But the Knights are really going to have to play like this if they want to try to knock off Schaumburg, and it's been showing so far.
And as Backtold goes to the line for his first shot, first one is made. You can see him getting in the lineup as he's one of the taller players that the Knights have. Is tied tallest on the team at 6'4" compared to the Schaumburg Saxons, who have a lot of players taller than that.
The other thing, too, Tyler March, see if he can get involved. He just grabbed the rebound there. He's almost like a Chet Holmgren. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but he does have the size to be able to box out and get a second chance opportunity.
McCoy tosses it to Tunis, who drives in, and a foul on Ben McLaughlin. A little push off from him. I'd like to see him get in the game a little bit more. His first foul there, only 3 points on the game, as we said. But really, for both teams, it's been an all-around effort. As the Saxons throw in Jordan Tunis down to Zion Young, kicking it out to Tancredi, a big three. Cannot get it. Rebound from McCoy. Kicks it back out to Jordan Tunis. He looked to take a shot, but instead will back off and reset the play. Back to McCoy. Javante McCoy had a brilliant performance yesterday. McCoy goes around the screen the opposite way. A foul on the Knights. Once again, no shot. They call it on the floor.
McCoy, obviously, we said he's been a little quiet, trying to facilitate, got a rebound there for another opportunity. But I want to see him get involved. The junior guard has his way with things, and he is 5'11", but he can easily get something going here, finding the open man, see how they want to play this.
And also a good player on both sides of the court, so you like to see him a little bit more as the toss in is blocked out of bounds by the Lincoln Way Knights. Like to see McCoy get involved a little bit more. I like that both teams are using the whole team to score points today in this little bit low scoring affair. Zion Young has it about the wing. He tosses it to Jordan Tunis. Zion Young setting a screen. Tunis going the opposite way. Shakes and bakes. Ben McLaughlin gets a shot away. And they fight for a rebound. McCoy gets it and puts it right back up and gets it into the basket as the Saxons are slowly making this lead dwindle away.
And as you said, that's what we're going to need to see. These second chance opportunities and capitalizing off of first time misses is what's going to be key here.
Kevin Barrett trying to find Anderson. They battle for it. McLaughlin in the corner getting a shot away. And it goes off the top of the backboard out of bounds and will go the Saxons' way.
And good defense there. Obviously, that three-point shot was a little bit off of the back of the rim, caused it to go out, going for the rebound. But now it's the time. execute your offense well, and just like that, you could either have a tie ball game or you could go ahead with a 3-point shot.
Knights running a little bit of half-court defense. Jordan Tunis able to drive in, get a nice shot away, but just shorts it. And rebound for the Knights. They throw it up to Ben McLaughlin. Tightly contested by Jordan Tunis, and he's able to lay it off the glass and get it in. The Saxons going quickly down the court. Another half-court double team as they throw it to Jordan Tunis. Throws it to Zion Young. Wide open, Tyler Marsh. A wide open layup for Tyler Marsh.
And I knew they were getting back in transition. Lincoln Way Central has to do a little bit better of a job. They did it so well in the first half, and it let Tyler March get a free, easy 2 points.
Barrett tosses to McLaughlin. Back to Barrett. Start playing a little bit of zone defense from the Saxons. McLaughlin looking for a pass. Finds his man down low. Backtold, trying to find an outlet pass, but just cannot get it to someone. It rolls out of bounds. It will be Saxon's ball.
Just a little bit of miscommunication on the pass there as he was trying to get it inside. But overall, so far, Schaumburg's defense has stepped up to the occasion. I want to see if they can capitalize off some of these turnovers.
Absolutely, and the Saxons take it the other way. It's Javante McCoy trying to find his way in, trying to kick it to Zion Young. Can't. Battle for it on the ground. Jordan Tunis battling for it. It will be a jump ball, but that is in favor of the Knights, and the Knights will take over.
It's been very physical, a lot scrappy between both teams, going after the ball.
Very physical game. We actually see Tyler March, kind of holding his elbow there after battling for it on the ground. Maybe hit his little funny bone there.
Tingley's getting out there too, so looks like he's going to sit down.
Tingley coming out of the game here for the Knights. Barrett takes it up the court. Barrett's got Ben McLaughlin. Finds a man in the corner. That's Anderson. Across to Barrett. Barrett looked like he was going to take a shot, but Jordan Tunis was quickly there. Backtold with it. Back to Barrett. And then back to Ben McLaughlin. Back to Barrett on the other side. Backtold in the middle. Instantly trapped. Ben McLaughlin tried to get a shot off. Quick defense from the Saxons. The ball goes out of bounds and will retain a Knights possession with 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
With good movement on the part of the Saxons, getting back, knowing where your man is at all times. Just great defensive effort overall.
Their zone defense is a good adjustment. Trying to throw it as a lob to Backtold. Hits the backboard. Ben McLaughlin's got it. Tries a hop step. Gets a shot and just misses it. Rebound for the Saxons. Javante McCoy going the other way. McCoy driving in with a lot of power, gets the layup and gets it to go, and one.
And right down the lane, and McCoy, you look for him to step up, he does it right there. Just right down the lane, takes the contact, able to get it to go. Can he cash it on this three-point opportunity?
Javante McCoy, a huge bucket there for the Saxons, tying the game, and now getting an opportunity to take the lead, 27-27 with 4:23. As we have a substitution here for the Knights, Kangalati, who we've seen a lot of, a good matchup. Daniel said earlier he is going to be checking into the game for the Knights. McCoy's free throw, no good. Rebound by McCoy. He gets his own rebound. Ball flies out of play. No, it doesn't. It's saved, and the Knights get the ball. Ben McLaughlin going the other way, taking one-on-one with Tunis. Goes up with it, and a foul on the floor. That will be a Knights free throw. They called a blocking foul on Jordan Tunis. That has been a matchup we've seen all day.
But again, not being afraid to take that contact. And Jordan Tunis obviously gets called for the blocking foul. It's the team's second. But overall, just being in position, making every basket tough.
So first free throw is made by Ben McLaughlin. Good to see him start taking initiative in this Knights offense. And Jordan Tunis, that's a big matchup we've seen today. As he goes for his second free throw, a hush over the crowd here at Hinsdale Central High School. Misses, rebound from Zion Young. Another one today. He has been a big force down low on the smaller Knights squad. As McCoy takes it up and tosses it to Tunis. Tunis kicking it back out. That's a big shot by Cam Anderson, and he just misses, and it's rebounded by the Knights. Backtold. Now Ben McLaughlin taking it up with a little bit of pace. Tosses it to Kangalati. Kangalati. Looking for an outlet pass. He finds Meyer. Meyer, with a lot of space, starts stepping up on Jordan Tunis. Now to Kangalati, guarded by Javante McCoy. Now down, he's got Anderson. Anderson got it back again on the wing. Trying to find a pass. He's got Meyer to Kangalati. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get something going. Tosses it to the middle to Anderson. Stolen away by McCoy. McCoy's got a lot of space down it. Running down the lane and gets a nice contested layup on Consolation. That's McCoy. That is exactly what he does. 6 points on the day for McCoy and getting his team into the lead, 29-28.
And we talked about him being able to step up. He has done just that. He got an and one a little bit early and just being able to get aggressive, get the steal, and able to get it. And now Schaumburg is holding on to a 1-point lead as there's a 30-second timeout called here. They want to talk things over. But overall, I love what I've seen out of Schaumburg. Getting back, being aggressive, and overall just being up into the face of the defender has really helped out their cause.
Now, here's my question for you. What went wrong with the Knights on their last couple of possessions losing this lead?
Well, they haven't really been executing well. Ball movement in the first half was very good. Hasn't been that good often. Cagnolati's checked into the game. Obviously, I said he's a player to look out for here if you're Lincoln Way Central. But look for them to keep the ball movement flowing like they had in the first half because it worked so well for them with getting open shots.
They got to get back to that. And look at this. The Saxons are running a half-court defense as they have a lead over, and it's easily causing havoc for the Knights as a foul on Ben McLaughlin. Saxons getting the turnover in the backcourt.
But again, I know he's in disbelief about it, but just sloppy plays. Turnovers have cost Lincoln Way Central, and it's been in favor. Schaumburg gets another opportunity.
The Knights not having the best performance here. Tunis tosses it in to Devontae McCoy sitting on the wing and the near side from our position. McCoy working Ben McLaughlin, a matchup we've seen a couple times today. Tunis now guarded by Consolation. Tunis taking the screen the opposite way. Tunis, a contested shot fading away, is able to put it into the basket.
And Tunis has that fight in him. He got up, able to make a heavy contact, put that one in.
Here's Consolation taking it for the Knights. Can he get some sort of momentum? Tosses to Anderson, who gets a nice little floater, and it just rims out. Rebound from the Saxons. Fight for it in the midcourt. Turnover by the Saxons. Ball goes out of bounds and will go the Saxons' way. The Knights so close to getting a turnover there.
And the over-aggressiveness from Schaumburg cannot be understated right now. The last couple minutes, we've been able to see him go after the ball and not afraid to dive for the loose ball on the floor. Lincoln Way Central really hasn't had that much attempts to go after the ball as much. It just seems like they've been laying back.
And a steal by Consolation on the other end on the inbound. He's able to get a shot, gets his own rebound, putting it back up, and can't get it. We got a foul on the Knights, I believe.
So there's a T.
Foul on number 4 on the Knights. That is Braden Meyer.
Called the T, it looks like, and
he called a tech.
And the technical foul is going to be called on the floor. It's going to be on Braden Meyer.
And that will put Jordan Tunis to the line. He kind of reached over trying to get that rebound there. Ended up calling a technical. Jordan Tunis is now at the line.
But again, I know that these calls are going to be, it's a very rough competitive game right now, but you can't let your ego get the best of you in that situation. The referee saw enough, called the T, and now, just like that, Jordan Tunis has an opportunity to extend this game here for Schaumburg.
Tunis making the first one and also making the second one to push it to a 5-point lead for the Saxons. We'll get one more shot here. 2 more shots. Jordan Tunis's third shot goes through, pushing the lead even a little bit farther.
But you just see the difference coming out in the second half.
Absolutely.
And you see how much Schaumburg has played and better they've played. Defensively, being aggressive. As Tyler March comes back into the game, we saw him get a little bit injured earlier.
Yeah, we did. Tunis missing his 4th free throw. That's Anderson coming out of the game for the Saxons. Cam Anderson has had a decent performance. Jordan Tunis now with it, getting double teamed. Consolation getting another steal and the back court and misses the shot. Tingley puts it up, cannot get it. Rebound. A foul called on the ground. I think they called a foul on Will Gerke.
The crowd getting into it a little bit right below us.
Absolutely.
A couple fans, a little rowdy on this side. But overall, you see that Cagnolati, basically, when he put that ball up, it hit every part of the rim and it didn't go down. But they've had opportunities. They have been very close. And now Tyler March is going to get an opportunity here to extend this lead for the Saxons, and they just have looked so good so far.
One thing that's going under the radar for the Knights is over 5 fouls on this game in this quarter. That will put March to the line. who makes the first one.
And again, I love seeing both this. Lincoln Way Central just has to slow it down a little bit more. They were letting their offense flow through getting that slow creation offense and get that extra shot taken on their first half plays.
March with his second one. Not able to get it. A rebound by Will Gerke. Good to see him back into the game for the Knights. He's a good facilitator on their offense. Good shooter, good rebounder. One of the bright spots for this Knights team. He passes to Kangalati on the wing, guarded by Jordan Tunis. Back to Will Gerke, guarded by Javante McCoy. Gerke trying to drive in, can't get it. Ball goes out of play, and will go to the Saxons. Another costly turnover by the Knights.
And it's just unfortunately what Lincoln Way Central's had to deal with basically for a better half here is just dealing with that defense and being forced around the baseline, underneath the basket, and just sloppy play. Holding onto the ball hasn't been good for them, and they've had a couple costly turnovers because of it.
And more size coming in for the Saxons as Jankowski, 6'7", coming into the game to pair with March. Javante McCoy has it at the Hinsdale Bank Gym logo on the near side from where our position is. McCoy working. Kevin Barrett down low, kicking it back out to Tunis. Tunis has a lot of space. He lets it fly and rims out a three. Rebound by James Sjogren and restarting play. Tunis in the corner gets a nice spin on Kangalati. Tunis has been able to make a lot of space for himself. March getting a nice pick for him. One-on-one with Kangalati at the top of the key. Tosses to James Sjogren. We've seen him let it fly today and yesterday. It's March, tries to throw it down to Janowski, and he just loses his control of it, and the ball flies out of bounds.
And I like the two big man combo right now for the Saxons. There was a little bit of a turnover, just went off the hands. But just overall, having that presence in a quarter like this is definitely going to help Schaumburg because we've seen that Lincoln Way Central is having problems getting into the paint so far in this.
Coming down the stretch of the third quarter, 1:07 left. The Knights down 35-28. Now with the ball is Kangalati. Kangalati, guarded by Jordan Tunis at the top of the key. Kicks it to Kevin Barrett. Barrett getting around Sjogren. Goes up and draws a foul, and he will get to the line.
And that's a good thing. Being aggressive is what you're going to have to do now if you are Lincoln Way Central to get a little back in this game. 35-28 your score, so it's not too out of hand just yet, but attacking those big men in the paint and being able to put it up in context is what's going to be key to getting back into this.
It's like Ben McLaughlin will be coming into the game for the Knights as the first free throw is made, and also looks like Bechtold coming back into the game. Janowski's out, and Tancredi is back into the game. We got 55.1 seconds remaining. The Knights down by 6. And Barrett makes it a 5-point deficit. Barrett coming out for Ben McLaughlin. And it looks like also we got Lucas Anderson coming into the game for Luke Tingley on the Knights. So getting into the rotation that we've seen from the Knights early. We've seen it here in the third. Tosses it into McCoy. McCoy at the backcourt. The central defense has been key in the backcourt. McCoy able to get it over. McCoy dancing one-on-one with Ben McLaughlin. Good matchup of the two number 5s. McCoy working McLaughlin down low. Gets the shot off. Can't get it to go off the glass, but he will go to the line. Another foul on the Knights. And
McCoy has looked fantastic in the second half. I love his ability. He wasn't as aggressive in the first half, but he's been doing it all now. He's been getting to the basket, making those clutch drives to the rim, and just taking contact, which he does so well, able for these opportunities at the line.
And as he misses the first free throw, I'd like to mention that tomorrow, whoever loses this game will be playing at 11 o'clock. The game 18 on the slate. Whoever wins will be going and playing at 2 o'clock on game 20 of this 32 slate. And stay tuned for Lane Tech versus Morton right after this on SportsTimeChicago.com. Javante McCoy makes the second free throw, extending their lead back to 6. And the Knights have 37 seconds to try to get some points here before half. Only 3 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And we'll call a foul on James Sjogren. He kind of said that. He kind of noticed he did. He agrees with the call. He kind of put his hands on him a little bit. The Knights will inbound the ball on the far side. Tingley throwing the ball in to Kevin Barrett. Barrett guarded by Tancredi. We've seen him play a lot of great defense today. Barrett looking for McLaughlin. He's got a lot of space. James Sjogren quickly getting there in front of him. Now Kangalati guarded by McCoy. Takes it on the far side of the gym. Back to Barrett. 11 seconds on the clock. No shot clock. Tingley, Bechtold to Kevin Barrett. So much time. Got Bechtold, backdoor, and he just can't get the layup. Throwing it up the court, but that will end the third quarter. Great defensive effort by the Saxons. Kind of broke down a little bit, giving some space, but could not finish.
The Saxons just an excellent stand, getting back and knowing Lincoln Way Central is going to have to put that one up, basically. Just a beautiful block, and the Saxons holding on to the 6-point lead. It's going to be a good fourth quarter.
Completely flipping the script in the third quarter. We will be back for the fourth quarter here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
And we are back on SportsTownChicago.com for the end of the Hinsdale Classic. Game number 3 on the day. The Saxons with the ball. And a quick turnover by Jordan Tunis there. We're back for the Game 3 of the 2023 Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic, a game between the Lincoln Way Central Knights and the Schaumburg Saxons. The Saxons have completely flipped the script and lead 36-30 as the Knights take it up the court. Scott Kiefer and Daniel Coletta on the call. Angelotti with the ball now. Tosses it to Kevin Barrett in the corner. We've seen a lot of him today, closely guarded by McCoy. And the zone defense starting to come out for the Saxons. Kicks it down low to Tingley, who was able to float it in for a nice layup.
Fed off by the extra pass, and that's what Lincoln Way Central did so well in the first half. I want to see if they can get that going, trying to get back into this fourth quarter here.
Trying to get back, trying to eat away at this lead that they've blown in the third quarter. Jordan Tunis now working, trying to create some space. He finds Tancredi. Tancredi getting a screen from Zion Young. Maybe they tried to feed him. Gets it to Cam Anderson. He's working down low at the baseline. Kicks it back out to Tancredi. Haven't seen a lot of him on the offside of the ball. Stolen by Kangalati. Going the other way. A block attempt does not get it, but misses the layup. And McCoy takes it the opposite direction. Quickie double team poked away by Ben McLaughlin. And a huge scramble for it.
Wow.
And Ben McLaughlin lays his body on top of Tancredi, drawing a foul. Another foul.
And again,
Ben McLaughlin.
The aggressiveness from both teams, you've seen it both there. But McLaughlin, I mean, his whole body went on top of the other defender. I mean, he literally just fell on him.
He did fall on top of Tancredi.
It was night basketball, looks like.
It will be Knights basketball. And they're actually calling the foul on Tancredi there.
That's
not
very
on McLaughlin. That will be Tancredi's second foul of the game. The Knights will retain possession. And Kangalati, we've seen a lot of him in the second half here.
He's had some opportunities, got underneath the basket, just can't capitalize. I want to see if they can hold the ball long enough to get an extra pass.
Maybe try to get an extra pass to Ben McLaughlin. We haven't heard a lot of him scoring today. Only 6 points on the board. The Knights rolling around, Bechtold with it. Knocked away by Javante McCoy, but it will stay in possession of the Knights. Like to see a little bit more of Ben McLaughlin. Maybe a little bit. Maybe Brendan Meyer. We haven't seen a lot of him. He's currently on the bench right now, but he started this game, now taking a little bit of a back seat in this one.
He did get the technical foul, as you saw a little bit earlier in that third quarter, but overall, he hasn't been a contributor much at all.
Ben McLaughlin down low to Bechtold. Gives a nice spin to put up a shot. Doesn't get it. Ben McLaughlin, a rebound, drives in and can't get it. Rebound by the Saxons, Zion Young. Passing it out to Jordan Tunis, and now the Saxons going with a little bit of momentum. Kicks it to March on the outside. Tunis taking it to the top, slowing down the game. 6 minutes left in this contest. The Saxons up by 4. Kicking it to Tyler March. March has had a very good performance today. He gives it to McCoy. who puts Ben McLaughlin on the ground. McLaughlin kicking it back out. Big shot by Tancredi, cannot get it. A foul on Kangalati on the rebound attempt. Ball will be thrown on the baseline.
There's the push there, it looked like, as the Knights picked up that foul. McLaughlin's going to sub out here, but Anderson comes back in. Again, the big man duo of Anderson and Tingley worked so well at the start of this game. I'd like to see him go back to that.
Throw it into Tyler March. Ben McLaughlin out of the game here. Jordan Tunis taking a long-range three. Rebound by the Knights. It's Anderson going the other way. Kicking it out to Kevin Barrett. Pump fakes a shot. Now finding Anderson in the corner. Can he get it to splash? He can! Big three and making it a 1-point deficit for the Knights.
And that's what we want to see, that extra pass to the corner. Anderson, fantastic ability to get the shot up, and he shot it there.
Looked like Kevin Barrett had the first option to score there. Ends up driving in a little bit, kicking it down. Now we got Tancredi passing the ball. Zion Young, he gets to try to fight for it. Cannot get it, knocked away by the Knights. Anderson to Tancredi. Tancredi running with it, gives it to Kevin Barrett. Kevin Barrett on our near side. Now takes it up to the top of the key. Guarded by Tancredi. Anderson guarded by March. Puts up a three again. And he gets it to go. And the Knights have come back to take the lead 38-36 with 4:45 remaining in this game.
And I know that the coach is talking it over. He's yelling at Cagnolati for a second there, but excellent execution. We've seen now by Lincoln Way the extra passes, a couple of big threes, and Lincoln Way Central has come back all the way back, not necessarily, but they were facing a 6-point deficit, and now they're up in this one. Can they keep up this momentum?
Absolutely. And now Jordan Tunis, a foul on Kangalati on that one. Javante McCoy tossing it to March. Now down low, throws it almost out of play because there was a foul on Bechtold trying to stop Zion Young from getting the ball that they've been feeding him down low. Been doing that a lot today. Zion Young getting the ball down low. And a quick timeout by the Saxons. They will get a 1-minute timeout.
Coach Jason Tucker, looks like he was showing his frustration on the call. He didn't think that last call was a foul. He didn't think that was a foul at all. But
well, Tancredi or Kangalati has been taking a couple fouls, and so, maybe he's thinking that, maybe they're calling a little bit too much in this game. Definitely a more physical game that we've seen than more of the other games today.
I'm definitely happy, though, to see that Lincoln Way has a sense. They have a passion, and they're executing very well. Yesterday, we didn't know what they had. The blowout to DePaul Prep just basically showed us all about who they were. But today, against a Schaumburg team who we thought was going to be very tough to go against with their size, has matched up very well. They started off hot, cooled off, but now this fourth quarter has been their time to shine. Can they hold on and get some really good defensive possession stops?
And just to mention, with 4:35 left in this game, after this, at 2 o'clock, we have Lane Tech versus Morton facing off here on SportsOnChicago.com at the 2023 Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. The Saxons throwing the ball in quickly to March, who's able to get a nice, easy layup to tie this game back up at 38. Tyler March, a brilliant performance down low against this small Knights squad. As Kangalati guarded closely by McCoy, takes it at the top of the key. McCoy with a quick reach in, going for the steal. We've seen McCoy try to get that steal, but that time just caught off guard and got a little bit of the wrist.
Also number 5, McCoy. It's his
first foul of the game for Javante McCoy, one of the stars of this Saxton team. Thrown in by Tingley, trying to find someone open. They find Kangalati on the backcourt. Now trying, closely guarded by McCoy. Kangalati tosses it. Now working with it is Tingley, getting a shot away. Can't get it. Rebound by March. And Kangalati stole it right from him, went right back up with it, and March knocked him on the head, resulting in a shooting foul. Kangalati was slow to get up after getting hit on the top of the head.
The effort's been there. Kangalati, perfect place, got whacked in the head, paid a little bit of a price for that, but he could scrape that off. It's nothing for him. That's too bad. But
Kangalati has been playing very physical today, getting into the dirty area for offensive rebounds. And also we've seen, he's picked up a foul here, but we've seen him working in the backcourt trying to get some steals on inbound plays.
And his effort, too, has been perfect. The second chance opportunities obviously goes up, gets a pair at the line here to try to give the Knights the lead. But overall, now that you have a guy like Anderson coming back in for Schaumburg, let's see how they want to attack this. And you still have McCoy, who had a very good third quarter. See how he can facilitate things for Schaumburg.
Looks like we got the trainers going to see Tyler March as he steps off the court. That's why Cam Anderson is back into the game as Kangalati goes for his first free throw attempt. 4 minutes remaining, and the Knights have just taken a 39-38 lead thanks to a Kangalati free throw down the stretch. Who do you think needs to come out and perform in this final stretch?
Well, right now, the big man, you saw Anderson for Lincoln West Central had a couple big threes, but overall, the play all around by Lincoln West Central is going to determine if they can close this out. As Tyler March is going to get looked at. Looks like he was bleeding for just a minute there. See if he gets tended to. But
Kangalati making his second free throw, and now the Saxons taking it the other way. Jordan Tunis working Kangalati at the top of the key. Jordan Tunis, one of the main facilitators for the Saxons offense. Screened by Zion Young. He kicks it to Tancredi. Tancredi with a lot of space. Opts to go around McCoy. Back down to Zion Young. Double teamed instantly. McCoy guarded closely by Kevin Barrett. Now trying to work it down low. McCoy kicking it back out. Jordan Tunis pulls up. A little bit of a block shot. And the shot clock violation as the ball did not hit the rim, and the Knights will take over.
And the Knights, a great defensive stand there overall, staying with the man. No easy shot was able to get off there. And if they can get another basket here and play some good defense, it might be all but locks here as a Central, and the Knights can pull away.
The Knights with a current 2-point lead with 3:13 remaining in the game. Kevin Barrett with it, guiding the ball from Kangalati, gives it back to Kangalati. Kangalati working McCoy, tosses it inside, backing down. The Knights trying to get a bucket to extend their lead. Kangalati back at the top of the key, guarded closely by McCoy. Back told, then back to Kangalati. Kangalati loses the ball, and it will go. They're calling a foul on Javante McCoy, and that will put Kangalati to the line. As it stands, Saxons have 5 fouls. Every single foul, the Knights will go to the line. 3 fouls for the Knights in this quarter.
Looks like March is going to look to check back in here momentarily as Kangalati gets the free throws up. But overall, I love the response that the Knights have had in this entire fourth quarter, playing more aggressive on both sides of the ball for that matter, and overall trying to find the open shot. Started off with Henderson, bringing it back with a couple of clutch threes. And overall, the Knights have just looked like the better offensive and defensive team all around.
Anderson coming out for March. Kangalati making the first one. His second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. The Knights currently have a 4-point lead, restoring that lead that they had earlier. Now Javante McCoy for the Saxons. Can they respond? McCoy kicks it to Zion Young, who kicks it to Tyler Marsh. Saxons working around Tunis. A long-range 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound for the Knights. That's Bachtold. Now running with some steam, hits Kangalati. Kangalati was a little bit open there for a while. Maybe looking to get the ball a little sooner. Now getting worked across by Javante McCoy. Kevin Barrett with the ball now. Kicking it down low. Kangalati, great rotation from the Knights.
And that is how you execute.
That is a great statement point from the Knights. Timeout on the floor.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. What a performance coming down the stretch for the Knights.
And the Knights definitely are deserving of their win if they are to hold on and get this one done, because they have played fantastic. The extra passing in this fourth quarter and bringing the best out of themselves after getting blown out yesterday against DePaul. And right now, it's looking like Lincoln Way Central is well on their way. And if they win, they will face that winner of the Lane Tech game, Morton, which is on next. But overall, a great offensive and defensive effort all around by the Knights.
Definitely seen some great traps on defense and some great offensive plays designed by Evan Wiley in his second season as the Knights coach. And the Schaumburg Saxons have to try to get back in this game. Down 44-38 with 2:17 left. Someone's got to come out for them. McCoy, maybe March, just to get in the game a little bit more, feeding him down low. Saxons taking a baseline on the backcourt. Javante McCoy running it up the court. No one guarding. Now Kevin Barrett at the 3-point line. Kicks it to Zion Young. Heard a lot of him as he kicks it back to McCoy. Saxons going a little slow with it here. McCoy to Zion Young. Kicks it to Jordan Tunis. Tunis with a lot of space. Trying to find Zion Young. Down low to Tyler Marsh. And a beautiful pass from Zion Young to find the big man down low, who gets it off the glass.
The double team feed every time works. And looks like he wanted to travel there, but
quick one. Great play by the Knights, feeding it down low to Lucas Anderson. Able to get a bucket, get the lead back to what it was before. Kicking it out, Tancredi. Little bit of a block there from the Knights defender. That was Anderson. Now Luke Tingley bringing it up to Kangalati. Kangalati working inside, kicking it back outside to Anderson. Tosses it to Bachtold. He's got it to Kevin Barrett. 1:19 remaining, 46-40 in favor of the Knights. Kevin Barrett kicking it to Kangalati. Kangalati to Barrett. Tunis almost got there with a steal. And a foul they call on Tancredi. It's another foul for him.
Falls on 11, Tancredi.
The penalty now, Schaumburg is.
Over the limit.
That will put the Knights to the line. Andreessen shooting 2 free throws, missing the first one, and it will stay a 6-point lead for the Knights. 1:05 left. Got to see if there's some fight in the Saxons to get back in this game. The second free throw is up. It is good. A 7-point lead. And a timeout called by the Schaumburg Saxons. If you are the coach of the Saxons, Jason Tucker, what are you telling your squad?
Hold on. No sloppy plays. And overall, just get up in the defender's face, but don't get too overly aggressive going after the basketball because you have this comfy 7-point lead right now with timeout. It's being called. It's a full timeout. But overall, this game has been fantastic to watch. If you're Jason Tucker, you just tell your squad that overall, just play the best defense you can. Meanwhile, on the Schaumburg side, if you're looking for a quick shot, try to get that extra pass out to a man and maybe get a good look at a three-pointer. If not, try to drive inside, get some contact.
Absolutely. After this game wraps up, the Knights having a 7-point lead. We will have Lane Tech and Morton. Game was supposed to start at 2 o'clock, but that will be delayed a little bit due to this game going a little bit over, a little bit off schedule. These games are getting very competitive, which is good to see on the broadcasting the game. It's great to see some competition in these consolation bracket games.
It's never fun to watch a blowout because you know that the talent level sometimes is just a little too much for one another. Like yesterday with Lincoln West Central, but they've proven here that they have what it takes to step up in big moments, and they're showing Schaumburg that, hey, this may be the first mid-suburban team that's in this Hinsdale tournament, but they have to match up well.
And right now, as it stands, a minute left on the clock. The Saxons have to go a little quick. Jordan Tunis getting the ball a little bit out of rhythm, takes a shot in big. He gets the 3. A huge shot from Jordan Tunis, making it a 4-point deficit for the Saxons. Kangalati with it. Got a little trouble in the backcourt. That's Kevin Barrett with it. Gives it back to Kangalati. They got to get it over the half-court line. They do. Barrett on our near side, guarded closely by Jordan Tunis. Doesn't want to put them to the line. A lot of pressure on them. Bachtold with it. Back to Kevin Barrett. And a foul by Jordan Tunis as there's 30.3 seconds.
Took a little bit of time, but he finally fouled them. And now with 30.3 on the clock here, obviously with them in the penalty, it's going to be rest of the way just free throws for the Knights. Just capitalize on your free throws, and then obviously let whatever happens with Schaumburg.
Barrett can definitely make this a better game for the Knights as he makes it a 5-point lead against the Saxons. Anderson checking into the game for Tingley. That should be the end of his night. A brilliant performance from Luke Tingley. Here's Kevin Barrett on his second free throw attempt, and he's able to get it in. 49-43, the 6-point lead with 30 seconds left. This looks to be a Knights victory, but can the Saxons get something with it? Tunis, a deep range 3 off the front of it. March with the rebound, puts it up, cannot get it. They kick it out. Barrett with it, tosses it up towards Kangalati. Guarded by McCoy, and McCoy fouls, putting him to the line, almost solidifying a Knights victory.
And what a fourth quarter for the Lincoln Way Central Knights. They did a fantastic job on both sides of the ball, and we thought that maybe the third quarter might have done it for them because we saw Schaumburg. They were aggressive. They were the better team in that first half, even after Lincoln Way had some perfect passing. But overall, this fourth quarter has proven that Cagnolati, who's making his free throws, and he's actually had a bit of a scoring outburst, but on the other side of things, you look at certain players, they're doing their job. And McCoy, who we thought in the third quarter for Schaumburg would do well, hasn't really been working here in this fourth quarter.
Kangalati, 10 points on the game, making both of his free throws. A timeout for the Knights late down the stretch as they have an 8-point lead. Definitely need to talk a little bit more defense just to make sure, nothing crazy happens. It's not like, 15 seconds is a lot of time, but the Saxons definitely could come out with something offensively. You see Jordan Tunis take a lot of long-range threes. Good to see that. Good performance by the Saxons overall today, though.
It has been, and not knocking anything Schaumburg did. They definitely thought coming into it they would have a better advantage with two of their 6'7" guys. And Zion Young has basically been quiet for a better part of this game. But unfortunately, you see the outburst that has come about in this fourth quarter from the Knights, and Schaumburg really hasn't capitalized that much.
Absolutely. We saw earlier in the game Zion Young being used a lot there, but now not really being used as much. Tyler March is maybe a little bit more favored by some of these guys. Javante McCoy definitely hasn't had his best game. Only 8 points on the game as one of their main scorers. Now going quickly with time, trying to find Jordan Tunis. Wanting to put up a three, but inside. Goes up, no shot.
No shot.
On the foul. No shot. And only 7.5 seconds remaining. A 51-43 game. Saxons looking to get some, end of game points here to make the score a little bit more favorably. Tancredi looking to find Jordan Tunis. He drives in. Tunis puts in the basket, but that will do it here at the 2023 Hinsdale Central. Game 3 of the day goes in favor of the Lincoln Way Central Knights. A great performance all around from the Knights. A comeback victory after losing the lead. They win 51-45. A great performance from them and a great performance from the Schaumburg Saxons as well.
Overall, fantastic game from both teams. Schaumburg looked like they had something going in their favor going into halftime as they play at 11 o'clock as you're hearing tomorrow. But overall, Lincoln Way Central, they're going to play the winner of the next game between Lane Tech and Morton. But overall, a fantastic win, and overall, the ball movement we saw overall for the Lincoln Way Central Knights leading to wide-open threes and perfect communication on both sides is what's given the Knights this victory.
And that will do it for Game 3. But just wait in another 10 minutes. We will have Lane Tech versus Morton in the last game in the Consolation first round here on SportsTownChicago.com at the 2023 Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic.
Oh, howdy, folks. Clem, the old prospector here to tell you how you can strike it rich. You don't even need